What's up? This is Gokul Chandran, and just for clarity, I am the animator.
What's up, everybody? This is Kayla with ITB Creations, and I'm here with Goku, and we are here to do another episode of Just for Clarity. I'm so glad to have him with me today. And so we're going to start from the beginning here. So tell me, Goku, tell me about yourself, where you're from, what you do, what you love.
So I'm from India and I'm a 3D animator by profession and human by nature.
Human by nature. Thank you.
So this is me, and I started my journey like it's been like around 7 years.
Okay.
I'm been an 3D animator, and it was a good nice journey, and the journey is still going on. So yeah, that's pretty much about me in a very short term.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to hop into some questions here with you really quick here. And let's see. All right. So, first question is how and why did you decide to become an animator?
So, in my high school, when I was in high school, I was so confused what to do because I was not good in studies and I was pretty okay with studies, but not that much. But I was more into the creative stuff. I had to do sketches and stuff, but I
Right.
never thought to make this as a career. So one day I was watching TV and television, and suddenly a behind the scenes came, of a movie. So I
Right.
was pretty much interested in that, how these things they make. So
Hmm.
behind the camera what happens, so I was pretty interested in that. So that's what I thought, that this can be a career. So I
Right.
explored in various divisions, like I explored YouTube and some of my friends, and I decided to come to leave my city where I was born. It's a very small city where I was born. So I
Okay.
came to a big city, which is Bangalore in
Okay.
India. I
Hmm.
thought I heard about it. So I came here and pursued animation. So the key motive was like animation, movies, comic books. They were
Hmm.
my motivation to decide to be an animator.
Okay. So, did it just start with Batman or so now you
Nah,
say
nah.
you're a huge Batman fan. So, did it just start with Batman or can you name like what like animation like drew you to wanting to be an animator?
In starting, I don't know what kind of animation is because the industry was very big and my knowledge was just a little bit. So I don't
Right.
know what to do. I just want to work as an animator. That's what I'm pretty much my first goal. Obviously, my initial days were Disney. I used to love
Right.
Disney animation movies,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
all the Disney movies in the 90s, and
Hmm.
uh, and Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny. they
Right.
were they were my pretty much inspiring, because Tom and Jerry is one of the cartoons which I used to watch day and night on those in my childhood.
Hmm.
So yeah, comic book was like Batman. Yeah, I'm a huge Batman fan, but it
Yeah.
came like I want to work for in Batman, but still that journey is like I didn't reach that level to
Oh,
work there.
gotcha. Makes sense. But I mean, it could come soon. You never know. As long as you keep pushing and pursuing, there's always an opportunity.
Yeah, sure. One day, I mean, the Dark Knight will come to my life.
Right. There you go. So how long does it take for you to complete an animation? Like, do you freehand draw it? Do you have like a particular kind of system or steps that you take to complete an animation?
Well, it's totally depends upon on the shot, because if there is like the character is just turning, it will take
Mhm.
one day or like 2 days, maybe. It depends on the quality of the project.
Okay,
And but
right.
if there is a crowd characters, there are so many characters behind, so we have to animate each and every character. So that takes a certain time. And if, for example, you have to animate a dragon or some complexity, it depends on the complexity of the shot.
Right.
So sometimes if the shot is easy, like one character, very less movements, it will happen
Mhm.
within an hour or one day. If
Oh,
more
cool.
like if the character is fighting or some actions are going on, it
Mhm.
will take like for weeks or days.
So you would have to do like, you have to do like the details like piece by piece, or is it like some stuff that is automatic that you can just add into the animation?
Well, pretty much. both, because for example, if the studio which I'm working, there are all the walk cycles and run cycles are already made by the seniors, so we
Okay.
have to just import them, and then we
Oh,
have to
okay.
enhance that, because for example, the character is running and jumping, so the cycle of run will be there, and the
Yeah.
jump we have to make.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's the thing.
Okay, so you did mention earlier, and it's also in your profile for LinkedIn. If you guys aren't following, he's really, really dope, and he's on LinkedIn. And that was the way that I, that's the way that I found him. I found him on LinkedIn when I was doing my research. Like, man, I have to find like a really good animator to come and like give us some knowledge on my show. And I found him on LinkedIn. I found him on LinkedIn. And I was like, oh, great! I was able to get him and like get him to talk to me about like animation and stuff. So it's so dope. And on there, he definitely mentions that he works with animation for Disney and Nickelodeon. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I worked for Disney, like for television series, not for the big projects. Which is the project which I worked on is already telecasted in the Disney Channel.
Okay.
So this both stories are completely different. You know, the style is different, the animation, the process is different. Not process, but the style is completely different.
Hmm.
So Disney is like old school. You know, they are
Right.
like they are forever.
Hmm.
They have started the animation. The first movie of animation is from Disney, so they are
Right.
like old school. They're like goons of animations.
Right.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Even in Marvel, they can see Disney.
Right. Yeah, we have those
uh,
Easter eggs all over the place from Disney.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, Disney has varieties, and obviously the famous Disney style, all Disney princess is always there.
Right.
They are very old school. They don't compromise with their quality with the old school style. But
Right.
Nickelodeon is something which they're exploring. They keep on updating themselves. They are like
Right.
they're both are cool. There's no difference.
Okay. So like when you're doing projects for them, is it certain do they come to you with an idea, or they say, "Hey, we want you to be a to use your creative and let us know how you feel about this particular character once we present you the information on the kind of character that we want." Is it kind of like that, or they have like everything outlined for you and then like, "Here, like show us what you got."
So, to explain this, let me explain you how animation works. There are three stages, like pre-production, production, and post-production.
Okay.
So, the pre-production part, where the stories, scripts, and all those things done by the Nickelodeon or the Disney or whatever client we're working for,
Okay.
and then the production and the post-production is done by us.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the
Okay.
animation, the VFX, the sound, the editing, all these things is done by us. So even the modeling, the 3D modeling and texturing is
Mhm.
done by us. So that's the way. So pretty much we have the idea. The,
Wow.
the idea is there. We are just executing it.
That is crazy. So you molded any clay, Goku? Any clay moldings you've done?
I know I'm not into modeling. I'm just into animation. So my job is to give 3D character life. We are like a puppet master, you know.
Okay.
So all the characters are dancing or singing or whatever they are doing. For example, you are a voice actor, right?
Yes.
So all the lip sync is done by us. So your voice is pretty
Okay.
much what we do lip sync. So we are
Okay.
both are actors. Like we are also
Mhm.
kind of actors, but we have we make our character actors act, and you give voice to those characters.
See, we both equally important over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a difference between Indian animation industry and other countries' animation?
Yes, a huge difference, because it, it sounds very rude, but I might be rude or something, but there is no industry in India for animation. That's
Okay.
sad. That's the sad part. It's there, but it's a very small industry.
Hmm.
Most of the work we do is outsourcing. The
Okay.
Disney and Nick they come to India, they give us work, but there is no industry uh, where for example Disney produce their own movies.
Mhm.
There is no studios like that in India who produce their own movie. If you go to Japan, anime is their world.
Yeah.
If you go
Right.
to Europe, they are much into 2D animation. But in
Mhm.
India, we don't have that much audience. For VFX, yeah, still there are some studios out there, but for animation, still the audience need to be more mature to go to
Mhm.
theater and watch movies.
Okay.
So still there, we don't have that audience over there.
You know what? Maybe you just have to be the person that brings like animation to India.
Oh yeah, I
Maybe
mean
that's your
that was
calling.
that was my dream actually. And when I was starting animation, but the moment I entered, I thought, yeah, this is not an easy job, man. This is will take a hell of a money. And first, we need audience. Without audience, whatever
Mhm.
we make, because there are some studios who tried their best, who put their money,
Yeah,
invested, and they have made some movies, but it didn't do
didn't turn
well.
out.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but didn't do well. Then that movie got the studio got bankrupted, and it's
Yeah,
just just closed it. So these things happen. So we need funds, and we need the main thing is we need audience. Without
yeah.
audience, whatever we'll do is pointless.
That's important. I would just say don't give up on it, Goku, because you know what?
Ah,
This is a new generation, and this generation is trying all kind of stuff, doing
yeah,
all kind
exactly,
of
man,
stuff.
exactly. I have
So
I have some stories for the animation, short movies, but still I'm not that ready to make those because I think I need more knowledge to be
mm,
a animation director. Right now I
okay,
can be a animation like I can work on animation shorts, but to direct them is a completely different thing.
okay.
So yeah.
So would you still be going to school there, or would you be like like pursuing like another way to learn your studies, like online or something like that?
Yeah, there are so many online courses. Actually, the thing is, in US, if you see a difference, in US, all the animators who learn animation, they are from old Disney animators who worked for
Mm,
20 or 30 years, and they are doing just as a hobby to teach the young generation. But
yeah.
here it's all business,
Hmm.
we don't have trained artists who can train us. They are struggling with jobs. They don't do have any jobs. That's why they became mentors.
Yeah.
So it's a difference. So whatever we learn from the studio. While I remember my first job, and I was pretty good in my studio, in my institute, where I was studying animation. The moment
Mhm.
I entered in the studio, the world was different. I thought I know nothing. I just know the tools, I know the software, but how to use them creatively,
Right.
that no one taught me. How to use them to work on others' idea, I didn't
Hmm.
have taught that. So that was challenging for me initially. But
Yeah.
in other countries who are like doing well in animation, for them like they already knew this stuff.
Okay.
So
So
that's
it's
the
almost like a
difference.
learning curve, almost.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, now there are so many online portals, online, so many animators who have online classes.
Hmm.
You can pay and you can join them. You can train yourself. It's not a big deal now.
Right.
Lots of content in LinkedIn, in YouTube,
Yeah.
in lots of things.
If you really want to do it, you want to be a part of it, there is a way. If there isn't a way, you make one, you find one. All right, Goku. So give us a little bit of information, like backstory on CGI. Like, what is CGI? How does it work?
CGI is something which we create on computers. That's that's the only explanation for that. Whatever we do on computer, whatever things we make in computer, that is CGI. So, for example, if you see how Game of Thrones, the
Okay.
dragon is CGI, the background is
Hmm.
CGI. Obviously, we cannot make those kind of sets; it will cost them a lot.
Hmm.
So that time in those areas, the VFX artists and the mod we come in place and we make those things, and then we turn a green screen into a beautiful set.
Right.
So yeah, that is CGI. So whatever you see computer based, that is CGI. CGI is introduced by Pixar animations, if you know about
Yeah.
Pixar. So
So
they
it
have the
started
word.
at Pixar.
Yeah, the Toy Story was the first movie, 3D animation movie,
Hmm.
and because of that, so many 2D animation have lost their jobs because suddenly CD came the 90s, and people were starving for Disney also got scared
Yeah.
because now they are 3D animation, and John Lasseter was the one who made this whole 3D into possible. He
Hmm.
was the one. I think you should recommend everyone to just learn about John Lasseter. He is one
Okay.
of the founders of Pixar Studios.
Okay.
This book, can you see?
Uh
You
oh.
can see? Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
can you see? It's a Nine Old Men. Okay, the book name is The Nine Old Men. I tried my best to show
Right.
you.
The effort was there, baby.
Is there? Can you see now?
I can see the bottom. We can see the bottom.
Wait. Let me just put my face on it. Then, uh,
Okay, there we go. We could still see the bottom.
okay, it's not okay. It's the book name is Nine Old Men.
Mhm.
So there was nine key pillars of the Disney studio, how they made it, how the animation principle has been set.
Right.
Based on that, till now we are following those steps, those principles. The
Mhm.
12 important principles. So that is the story of the Nine Old Men, the Walt Disney's nine pillars.
Okay,
So
and who is it by?
it is by Fergus Manson.
The Fergus
The
Manson.
Fergus Manson, yeah,
Fergus Manson. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. All right, y'all.
So
He's giving y'all some keys, so go ahead and take it down, write it down, look for this book on Amazon because I'm sure that's where it is.
yeah, so it's like a history of who defined the Disney animation
Yeah.
and the principles of animation, and you can see these nine people have determined and described the proper how animation should work.
Hmm.
And they used to go to see plays, how human acting works, to give
Okay.
that acting to the characters, because uh, before that animation was just to draw and just to make funny gags.
Yeah.
And but Disney made emotions. He brought your child back to life. When people
Absolutely.
saw the Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and this all those
Mhm.
characters, they remember their childhood.
So, as an animator, how do you practice? How do you like perfect your craft?
Well, the thing is, when you work on series are like it goes for year or 2 years.
Hmm.
When the season 3 come, or season 2 3, like, so the style of animations will be same. So we had to break that style. So
Yeah.
when you come home, at least what I do is 2 hours every day. I do,
Okay.
or at least if I'm not in a mood to do animation, I just listen to the podcast of animators or something which motivates me, because
Mhm.
same style of animation you know will limit your
Yeah.
work. The artwork, any kind of artwork, is the learning is like forever.
Yeah.
Till your death you will learn new things. And animation is something which is like, if you see the animation which is done in the 30s
Yeah.
and the animation which is done today
Right.
is completely different.
Completely different.
So
Yes.
the artwork is also, is modifying with the time.
It is.
So we
It
have to
is.
keep update ourselves, and we have to practice new things, something new. Like, for example, I practice most action body mechanics shots, because I think that is which I like. Action shots, body mechanic shots,
Hmm.
sometimes acting also. I have done some acting shots in I post in the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You can see that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I take some movie clips and I try to make that, I recreate in my 3D characters.
Yeah.
So these kind of things I do. So we have to play. The best thing about animation is play with your characters.
Yeah.
You are the controller. You are the puppet master. Just
Hmm.
play with your puppets. So
Is there
that's the
really
best.
a way to get it wrong? Like as an animator, like when you're doing a practice, is it something that somebody can look at and say, "Oh, wow, that's wrong," or it's whatever your interpretation of it is?
Yeah, exactly. But see, what happens is, when you make, see, whatever you make, you feel is best. This is what I made. This is beyond the world. But when you post on LinkedIn or some, you show to some other artist, he can find out mistakes because
Hmm.
he's on his shot. So
Right.
he will. So there is always chance for improvement. And when you post these shorts in LinkedIn or where on YouTube, or
Mhm.
show somebody to somebody else, um, yeah, that's the way to improve yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So,
yeah, it's always a positive way, and you have to take those corrections or whatever they are saying in a positive way. Don't
yeah,
demoralize yourself, or they are giving me something wrong. No, it's not perfect. It's artwork. There's
yeah,
always a room for improvement. So
absolutely.
so you have to show to your seniors who you
Hmm.
think this guy can give me a good corrections or give feedbacks. So you
Yeah,
have to, or don't take multiple feedback. That is also wrong thing, because your brain will be confused what is right and what is wrong. So
right.
just believe in 2 3 artists who you think they can give me a good feedback. Just follow them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I found that a lot of people who do go to their mentors for advice or for guidance, they confuse it with them comparing themselves to the person that they're wanting, that they have as a mentor, right? So even though your mentor is giving you guidance and they're showing you what's best or what's like industry standard, you still have to have your own interpretation of whatever that is, right?
Hmm.
Because they're going based on what works for them and what they use, and then they're giving you a little bit of like how to make whatever your interpretation is a little bit better as you
Yeah.
continue to grow, as you continue to build on your craft. So that is amazing and great advice. Thank you so much for that, Goku. That was awesome.
You're
All
welcome.
right, dun dun dun. We're gonna play
Whoa.
a game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Question Roulette with Kayla. Now, back to you. Me.
Hey, bring it on.
All right, so I'm just gonna randomly pick from my red cards here. See, guys, I'm
Okay.
just shuffling these up here. Just gonna randomly pick from my red card here, and it says, if your life were a movie, what song would definitely be in your movie?
Ah!
Oh yeah, I like that song. Yeah. Yeah, I like that song. Yeah. That's like, here I am, here I come. Yeah. I like that song. All right. That's dope. All right. All right. So question number 2. What is your red flag when working with someone?
Red flag. Oh, bad attitude.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
somebody is demoralizing me or demotivating me just to
Mhm.
be a smart ass.
Yeah.
No, I won't take that.
No disrespect. We don't do that
No,
over here.
yeah, whatever you say, like I'll obey,
Okay.
like the corrections, whatever it is, but in a good way, not
In a
like
good
you're
way.
humiliating me or something like that. No, I won't take that.
I, I heard that because we don't do that. Next question. Dum, dum, dum. What
Ta-da.
is the funniest thing that has ever happened to you?
Funny. Oh, there are so many. Okay, there's so many, man. Are you asking professional wise or personal? Personal?
Either
How?
one. Either one. It could be while you were making an animation and something funny happened, or just like in your personal life,
Oh,
something
okay.
funny.
Okay. I in my school days, I it was a very stupid thing. In a school days, I wrote an answer of a question there in an exam. There was an
Mhm.
exam, and I wrote a like this answer you can find on page number 33.
Page number 33.
There was a
What?
question, and I have to answer that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the answer. So I just as a joke, I wrote that this answer you can find on this book
To the
on this page
teacher?
number.
You wrote that to the teacher?
Yeah,
What did the teacher say? Well, I'm sure there was some type of feedback. Like there was some
they
type
call
of
my
feedback you
parents.
said. Oh,
That was a feedback. They called my parents, and this child is not serious in exams and stuff like that.
Goku's being a smart ass over here. Come and get him. Wow. You can find the answer over. I'm gonna have to use it. I'm gonna have to use it. You can find the answer on page 33. Okay. Right. What is something you like that people would never believe that you like?
Hmm. Interesting questions, man. Nobody asked these kind of questions to me. Okay. uh, Maybe romantic movies
Hmm.
because
Okay.
I watch them secretly.
You what? Why secretly?
Because as my I don't like them much, but some movies, obviously, like movies like Notebook
Yeah,
and these
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
and A Walk to Remember, these kind of movies I loved.
Mm-hmm.
So these kind like my
You looking for the feels?
yeah, sometimes
Looking for the
sometimes.
feels for the glitter? Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Here's the last question. What is the weirdest thing you have in your house?
Weirdest thing in my house. My brother.
Doggone. Brother is weird.
Yeah,
Is that
super weird.
like a good weird or just like
Yeah, good weird. Sometimes bad weird, but he's my brother, so obviously
Mhm.
good weird.
Is he older or younger?
He's older. He's 7 years older than me.
Okay, okay. Mm. All right. That is someone weird to have in your house. Just
Yeah.
like, hey, um, you could be an action figure right now, and that might be better than you just actually being here sometimes. So I can feel that. So I definitely appreciate you, Goku. Like this was an amazing interview. And I will continue to look at your stuff on LinkedIn because it's awesome. Guys, when you have an opportunity, go to LinkedIn. His information is linked here. Go to LinkedIn and you will see some of his action shots and a lot of his animations on there, and they're super dope. And Goku, we definitely appreciate your advice and you taking the time to spend with us. Like y'all, what's really crazy is it is in the afternoon for me. And it is the middle of the night for Goku, and he took the time out
Not a
to
big deal.
spend
Not a
some
big deal.
time with us. And I am so grateful. So again, I appreciate you coming on and talking with me, and it's definitely been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
All right, y'all. This has been another ITV Creations. This is Kayla. We got Goku. Y'all have a good night. Peace.